Hey, it's Maya from Zen Hair Life, and I'm here to give you my 5 tips on how to grow long, healthy, natural hair. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of backstory. Stretched out and straight, my hair is about just below the bottom of my hips, so like waist length, but a little bit more. So basically, like just above tailbone length, so almost tailbone length, but not quite there yet. My first video was uploaded January 2012, so that's correct. So November 2011, I got my big chop. I started my channel in January 2012, so just a few months after I got my big chop. It was really a huge experience for me, and it was super liberating. I didn't really do it to be like, I'm reclaiming my hair, my blackness. It was really more so just like, I didn't want to have straight hair anymore, and I felt like my hair was getting more damaged the longer things went on. After my first semester of college, I decided to start transitioning. That whole summer, I had braids. It was my first time ever in life getting braid extension, box braids. I had never done it before, and I was really excited, and I thought they were really cute. I loved them. And so I did that my freshman year summer going into sophomore year, and that really helped me grow out my hair. It really helped me just kind of stay out of my hair, especially during the transitioning period. There's just so much breakage going on during the transitioning period. And also there's some other people that I've seen on YouTube that do an amazing job doing the full transition. Like Sharice Christine is like one of the pros at transitioning. Like if you are transitioning, you need to follow her. She's doing a lot of hair videos right now, which is amazing, and she's becoming a full natural, and I think it's so wonderful. I think her journey is so much fun to watch, and she's a great person, and her videos are really awesome. I mean, going from always having longer hair and having straight hair for a really long time, it was really hard. Like, it was a really hard transition for me. I always felt like not very cute. I felt like a boy. I just did not feel cute at all. Like, it was not a fun time, and I really had to just like own it and act like I liked it. And you know, it was funny because a lot of people didn't realize how much I hated it, because I was always trying to make myself feel better about it. My hair did not grow overnight, although a lot of people seem to think that it did. Okay, so since you guys out there clearly want to grow your hair, you want to have long hair, and either you're not there yet or you're trying to get there, you just started your journey, I'm going to tell you what I've done to get the hair that I have now, to grow my hair. What I've done, these tips may not be as razzle-dazzle as you want them to be. They may not be as exciting, but it is literally what I did. It's what I've lived by for the last 5 years in terms of my hair. If you really want to grow long hair, you really have to be diligent. You really have to keep up your regimen. Take a sip of this tea first. You will hear this in absolutely like every hair growth video, if it's like of any substance at all, is deep conditioning. Once a week deep conditioning is a must. I lived by once a week deep conditioning for years. From transitioning to like just about up to now, I consistently deep conditioned every single week. Now I'm sure there were times when I forgot or when I was busy or whatever, but like for the most part it was consistent every single week deep conditioning. I was really diligent about it. It was fun for me also because I was just learning so much. I was trying new products. I was doing so many different ways and techniques. And honestly, like, if you want to be simple about it, it doesn't really matter what your deep conditioner is. Personally, I would say you should really try to avoid something with silicone. You want to make sure you're looking at the ingredients. I think it's really important. I would advise using something like Environmental Working Group or something like Think Dirty app. Those things will really give you an easy breakdown of what products are and what ingredients are in your products. Being super minimal with your styling is a huge benefit to your hair. Like, it actually helps you retain length, and the reason why is because you're not doing a lot of manipulating, and for some people wash and go is not the best for them. And I'm not saying a wash and go would be best for you, but I'm saying you want to have a style for each week and stick to it. You can kind of, you know, if you can have alternate little variations of that style throughout the week, but you really want to have a style at the beginning of the week and stick to it throughout the week. It's going to be easier for you. You're not going to have to worry about making this style, making that style. And if that is your personality and you like to have change things up every day, try to do small variations that don't tug on your ends, because that's just going to cause more stress on your hair, more strain on your hair, more breakage. Buns are really great as long as you don't leave the buns in for days and days out. Twist outs and braid outs are really great protective styles, or maybe you don't consider them protective styles, but they're really great minimal styles. They really keep the single strand knots down, they keep the split ends down, they keep the tangles down, so those are great. So another minimal style is protective styling. I know a lot of people like to do weaves, braids, wigs. There are a lot of different ways to do protective styling. I never did anything other than braids. Like, if you want to do weaves, be really careful with the leave out. I've had a lot of friends who've done weaves as protective styling, and the leave out that they use always gets damaged, because usually the leave out, the weave is either a straight texture or a straighter texture than their natural hair. So they end up having to really do a lot of heat styling to their leave out, and it just damages it. And once they take the weave out, then all of their natural hair is looking great, it's been growing, but the leave out isn't, and it has a lot of heat damage, so that sucks. So just be careful about that. Healthy lifestyle. This is something that you always hear in hair growth videos or healthy hair videos, and I feel like a lot of people just roll their eyes at this part, but this is an extremely important part. Like, I've said this so many times to you guys on my channel and to people, my friends in real life, that you have to have a healthy inside to have healthy hair on the outside. If you want to do green smoothies, that's awesome. If you want to put spinach in a salad, if you want to put kale in, you know, a stir fry, whatever you need to do to get your greens in your diet, to get fruit in your diet, which helps add water intake to your body, and it helps add nutrients. Like, whatever you need to do it. Hair vitamins are not something that I would endorse, or not something that I would super recommend. I don't think you really need them. I would just say, if you change your diet, adjust your lifestyle, add more water, add more greens, take a multivitamin. You don't need anything super fancy, but something that covers all the bases. It's what I've done throughout the years. I haven't taken anything special, so don't feel like you need to take the hair gummies or hair affinity. Detangling is its own beast. Detangling is really important, and I think that it gets overlooked a lot of the times. Maybe this is just more important for me because I have a super intense tangle situation, but tangles are the devil, and detangling is really important, and I often neglected detangling. There were many times where I should have detangled and I didn't, and I paid the price later. So make sure that you at least detangle once a week, and you will actually be safe from having to remember this if you deep condition once a week, because you want to make sure that you're detangling when you're deep conditioning. But when my hair was shorter, sometimes once a week really was not enough for me, so you really need to gauge what your hair regimen needs to be. Just because you need to detangle twice a week doesn't necessarily mean that you need to do your whole entire hair regimen. There are ways that you can detangle during the week without having to like hop in the shower, do the whole shebang, use a bunch of products. You don't have to do that. You can just do some light finger detangling, make sure that your hair isn't getting super matted together, and restyle a little bit, and you're good to go. Make sure that you're taking your time, whether you're using a comb, whether you're using a detangling brush like a Denman brush or something like that, or you're using a tangle teaser, or your fingers, whatever you're using, you want to make sure you're taking your time. I am guilty of not doing that, and I always notice when I don't, and I can tell if I've had more shedding, if I've had more breakage, if I'm not taking my time, if I'm ripping through my hair, if I'm just not being careful. it's not worth it. You want to make sure that you kind of just like Natural 85 always says, if you don't have the patience to do a detangling session that day, just leave it and do something else, because you won't be happy with all the shedding that you get, all the breakage that you get. This is the best tip that I can give you, is to be patient and to not obsess over the length and the growth of your hair. It was something that I honestly kind of just did because I didn't have any expectations. Like, I wasn't really in it to have the longest hair ever, or I had, of course I had hair goals, but like they were just fun for me to look at, and I wanted to have longer hair. Of course, I never wanted to stay at the short length, but it wasn't something that I obsessed over. I was always kind of like figuring out, I was always so into what was going on with my hair at the time that I didn't really even have time to think about what I wanted it to be like in the future, until I got to a point where I was starting to see the length coming in, and I was like, oh, I can look like, my hair can look like this, it's getting longer. Like, so I was like, oh, well, how long can it go? And that's kind of still where I am, but just do not get too preoccupied in how long your hair is and how long you want it to be. Really just take care of where it is now, really get into how it is now, and honestly, the more and more you're really interested in the length and the health of your hair at the present moment, you will be so shocked and surprised when you wake up one day and you realize how much your hair has grown. That is that. So those are my 5 tips for growing long, healthy, natural hair, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you thought any of these tips were helpful, definitely give this video a thumbs up. If you have any tips of your own that you want to share with all the people in the comments, definitely do that, because you guys always have really great information, and I know you guys probably have some stuff that I didn't put in this video that I'm sure you'd want to share with everybody else. So definitely feel free to do that. Follow me everywhere, all over social media. I am everywhere. I am on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. I am Zen HairLife everywhere except for Snapchat. My Snapchat name is Maya Co, and you can follow me over there. I also have a vlog channel where you can follow me, and I will be posting more vlogs this summer, and so look forward to that. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for coming, and make sure you subscribe so you can see all of my videos to come. Alright, bye!